Candy Montgomery's involvement in the murder of Betty Gore is not new information, but the way the case was resolved was. In an attempt to get the plot right, HULU's Candy starts slowly, hauntingly, and grippingly. Given the awareness of what has happened, the pace feels a lot slower for the audience section that is aware of the situation. The miniseries based on Betty and Alan Gore and their friend Candy Montgomery, who appears to play a part in Betty's death. The calm rural setting and gradual process pacing make for a few extreme minutes in the opening episode itself. The episode opens on a Friday morning in a tranquil neighborhood in Wiley, Texas. Alan Gore prepares and illuminates his wife, Betty, that he should go for work that end of the week. With a child at home that doesn't appear to quit crying, Betty looks anxious about her husband leaving. She gripes around a couple of a throbbing painfulness, however is consoled by Alan before he heads off and gets a trip to St. Paul, Minnesota. In the meantime, Candy and Pat Montgomery, who are friends of Betty and Alan, have Betty's elder daughter, Christina, for a sleepover. Concluding that she can remain one more evening, Candy calls up her friend and finds out if she can pick up Christina's bathing suit. Betty appears to be a little disturbed by Candy's upbeat tone, however advises her to come at 11 a.m. Candy has a bustling day and heads to Betty's house, after which she intends to go to the store. When Candy shows up, Alan has left and Betty is separated from everyone else at home with the child. We don't see the communication among Candy and Betty, yet the previous goes out in a little while, apparently shaken and with patches of blood on her. In her bothered state, Candy drives home and rapidly washes her blood-scattered garments. She likewise has wounds on her foot and head. Candy later shows up to pick up her children and attempts to have a standard day. She and Pat take the youngsters out for a film and pick up a taco dinner. All through, Candy acts peculiarly and portrays her day exhaustively to a marginally amazed Pat. She over and over says that she got Betty to pick together Christina's bathing suit and that her watch broke after that. Alan tries unsuccessfully to contact Betty while on business. The spouse becomes concerned when she does not pick up the phone on his third call. He asks their next-door neighbor, Richard Parker, to check on the house and Betty. Richard and two other neighbors eventually arrive at the Gore home. They are stunned to discover Betty brutally dead inside and inform Alan that she has been shot. Alan then phones Candy to break the bad news, and the episode ends with a shocking twist, with a blood-streaked axe laying next to Betty's body. Betty may not have been shot at all, according to the evidence. When Alan is informed that his wife has been shot, he claims that they don't even own a gun. The gruesomeness of the situation as discovered by neighbors Richard, Jerry, and Lester in the utility closet astounds them. As a result, none of them enter the room and only view the body from distance, potentially mistaking the cause of death for a shooting. The axe in the final scene strongly suggests that Betty was killed by it, which would explain the blood spatter all around her. The fact that Candy's murder weapon is an axe would also explain Candy's disheveled appearance when she leaves Betty's residence if Candy did murder Betty. Finally, a gunshot would have been heard in the otherwise calm area. Betty was most likely killed by the axe rather than being shot, given none of her neighbors claim to have heard gunshots. Candy is being fingered as Betty's killer. Candy's injuries, in addition to her look, when she leaves the Gore's residence, reveal that she has been involved in violence. Her actions for the rest of the day are maybe the most telling. Candy persists on telling everyone she meets her daily schedule, almost as if she's attempting to come up with many alibis for herself. The young mother seemed to be concerned as well and vomits at one point. Candy has clearly murdered Betty and is now terrified of the possible repercussions if her crime is uncovered. She also appears to seek solace when Alan informs her that Betty has been shot. Candy did not use a gun to kill Betty, and she seemed to believe that if Betty was shot, the guilt for the murder would not rest on her. Of course, the essential question of Candy's motivation for killing Betty has yet to be explained. It is evident, however, that the two had a physical altercation. Betty, who has been irritated since Alan left for his work trip, could have sparked the apparent violent incident.